Hello and welcome back to Two Burn Cinema Club. Back in the studio finally. Last week, or not last week, a few weeks ago we weren't. But yeah, how are you feeling, Ewan, to be back in the studio and back at it again? Now we're in November. Probably a good month since we did the film festival.
Yeah, I mean, it's not far off December now.
Exactly, we'll be getting into
This is probably going to go out in, late November, early December.
Yeah.
And it's cold in here, isn't it, really?
I was just about to say, yeah, this is sort of a shock back into the studio in the summer and then, any time that isn't really that cold, I suppose.
And the thing is, when we say studio, we also mean shed.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it doesn't exactly hold the warmth very well.
That's true. We got the heater on, or at least we did have before recording. But yeah, maybe it will sort of set the mood for the cold, dark topic we're discussing today, which will be World War II films. So we've just gone past Remembrance Day a week or two ago, and we thought, you know what, let's sort of, obviously Remembrance Day is more targeting First World War.
Yeah, but I got to see Nuremberg on Remembrance Day, which I think was quite a nice thing to watch on a day like that.
Yeah, we'll touch on that later. But yeah, obviously Remembrance Day definitely stretches out to World War II.
Well, I think
another conflict.
I think I would say when people wear a poppy, it's not just for World War One. I think it's more for all conflicts.
Yeah, and I suppose we went with World War II because I feel like there's been more movies on it.
Yeah, I'd say it's more of an interesting war, isn't it?
For most people, I think there's very much a political good versus evil thing that's easier to identify in World War II than World War One, which makes it a good place to start movies. Also, World War II, I think many people have touched on this. It's a war of like everything. It covers every facet of society, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And we'll touch on that with the films we're talking about. I mean, obviously you have the Jewish thing, and you've got films that and then you've got Oppenheimer. There's so much within it that isn't necessarily just the battlefield. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I don't think that's the same in World War II.
I think
World War One,
it's a lot more trench warfare.
Yeah.
There's example, we'll talk about it later. We got stuff like Master of the Air when it comes to World War II.
Yeah.
And it's
more
kind
technology, Fury, tanks and all this, yeah. But yeah, we'll get onto that later. We're going to sort of do something we haven't tried before, like a 5-chair.
Yeah, watch X Factor, mate.
Have you ever watched it? Yeah, we'll tell you about this later. But first, we're going to start off the podcast. We're talking about a few films me and you saw recently. So you saw The Running Man, which is Edgar Wright film starring Glenn Powell. When did you see that?
I saw that last Friday. Yeah, honestly, I really enjoyed it. I think maybe it's a bit different to some of his other films, but I think it's definitely worth a watch. I know it hasn't done that well.
Well, this was going to ask, is it doing well at the cinema?
The thing is, it's not done very well, and it's got a lot to kind of compete against as well in the box office at the moment, especially because we got Wicked coming out.
Oh yeah.
Wicked is out actually, but
as of yesterday.
It was. I'm trying to think of a good way to describe it.
Is it an action film?
Yeah, it's very action.
It's a Stephen King book.
It's about, so you've got Glenn Powell's character, he's kind of, family, he's poor, and it's very, this kind of Hunger Games, like dystopian kind of world of, all these mega corporations pretty much control your lives. And
what is he running from?
So, he went on this show, it's a show called Running Man.
Right.
And so that's what they're saying. These mega corporations, they pay people to go on, people who can't afford to live to go on these shows just for some entertainment. And
so it's like the Hunger Games in terms of this.
And then the corporations change his story about what's going on, and it's very much just made to be a TV show.
Right.
But yeah,
I really think the film's made to be a TV show, or the
no. It's like
within the film. Yeah,
it's like. But yeah, I think it's really good. I would definitely go see it if I was you.
Was it sort of in the same style as Edgar Wright's other movies? Would you? I mean, I'm thinking.
I think I would incorporate it.
So, obviously, you've got the Cornetto trilogy, which has a very distinct style, but then that style is also sort of progressed in, say, Baby Driver, something like that.
I mean,
would you say Baby Driver is similar to Shaun of the Dead?
No,
It's got similar things you could like draw between it, but it's
I feel like Running
Filmmaking
Man
technique.
feels more
like it was
it's
made for a different director and he's directed it.
potentially, but
Yeah.
I don't feel that's true. I just think it's a bit different from him, to be honest, to what
Right,
his kind of
okay.
usual style is.
Yeah.
It's definitely different to Baby Driver.
You
And
saw Last Night in Soho.
yeah, I've watched that. That's
Is that similar to his style?
I guess
Or do you
not.
think he's moved on now? To
But
bigger
I
thing?
think this is probably is the case. He probably has moved on for.
They're bigger box office.
I would say
films,
this is
aren't
probably this is his first. Well, not first. It's one of his bigger kind
Yeah.
of, box office films. I know he was meant to direct Ant-Man.
they? Yeah.
And I know he did direct a lot of that, but ended up getting
Stop doing it.
stopped doing it. So I just don't. I just worry that this isn't going to perform very well, which is a shame, really.
Yeah. I mean,
Well-
obviously, Glenn Powell is sort of like
Yeah, I think he's
becoming
great.
that leading man.
He's a very angry man in it.
Is he?
Yeah, but I think, a very interesting character. But yeah,
I quite like Glenn Powell as
I like him as well.
this like leading man. I think in Top Gun, that's why he really broke out for me.
Yeah, I mean, especially
And
he doesn't play that leading man role, but he gets
he's got a presence.
he gets to
about
show
him.
he gets to
A
show his
dickhead
qualities.
presence, yeah.
But
And
I think he's good at not being a dickhead as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, I mean, I think he can be quite likable. I mean, he's also in some of a Disney Plus, like Chad Powers.
Chad
thing.
Powers.
Is
He's
that a show, is it?
yeah, that's weird. Well, not weird, but it's just a bit random.
He's one of these actors that's starting to be in quite a lot of. He's
Mhm.
not the guy, but he's one of the guys.
He's becoming a household
I
name,
know
I'd say.
the recent. I don't know if you saw the Vanity Fair like magazine covers, which had like. I thought maybe we should touch on this anyway. It was called like The Boys. I don't know if have you seen it. You might want to get up on your phone if you haven't seen it. If you just go on Vanity Fair, it's got like a cover with say Michael B. Jordan, Austin Butler, Paul Mescal, Harris Dickerson, Jonathan Bailey, Jeremy Allen White.
I swear, didn't Jonathan Bailey win like Sexiest Man of the Year?
If you go on, it's on Instagram. You got. Yeah, Jonathan Bailey did win Sexiest Man of the
Yeah,
Year.
just thought we'd bring that up because that's. I think at some point we should go through all the Sexiest Man of the Years and just how fucking stupid they all are.
What do you mean?
There's some really shit. I don't think Jonathan Bailey's a bad one, to be honest. But there is.
I quite like him.
Yeah,
I was saying. Yeah, I was saying.
we loved him in that Jurassic World film, didn't we?
I know that film got a bit.
People
of
don't
hate,
like it, but
I just liked his character a lot. I
Yeah.
could really get behind it as much as. Not as much as maybe like Alan Grant and other characters from Jurassic
I can't get into.
World. But yeah, anyway, it's sort of the Vanity Fair thing. It's sort of depicting these people as the new hot actors
New
in
era,
Hollywood.
yeah.
So you didn't have like your Brad Pitts on there. They're all in their 30s, sort of. Andrew Garfield was on it as well,
Really?
who is actually over 40.
I was gonna
but he
say,
doesn't look
yeah.
it.
But I think he's still
He's in that same pocket. But yeah, I think so. He's clearly seen as one of the only person that was absent from that was two that I would put into that category.
Tom
was
Holland.
Not Tom Holland wasn't on it, but the only two, I don't know. I put him in sort of a different category, but Jacob Elordi and Timothy Chalamet weren't on
Austin Butler was.
it. Austin
yeah,
Butler was it.
yeah.
Callum Turner, the other guy from Masters of the Air,
Oh yeah.
who was on it as well.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah, Dua Lipa's now husband, actually.
We'll get onto them later.
Will we?
No, well, Austin Butler and Callum Turner.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. It's not Dua Lipa.
Not
sorry.
Dua Lipa.
God knows where my mind's going. But yeah, I thought it was interesting how they said.
Doesn't this is for like one of our big fans. Doesn't Julie like Dua Lipa?
She does. Yeah,
So anyway.
she's a huge Dua Lipa fan, so I can get behind that. Julia,
Yeah.
I understand the hype.
I'd definitely go see her.
Yeah, yeah,
Anyway, go on to. Do you want to talk about your film that you?
yeah. I was just sort of saying that those actors. It's interesting how these are seen as the next guys.
Mm-hmm. I think we should definitely do something on the kind of next generation of.
Yeah,
Well,
I
the
think
next generation of actors in
that
Hollywood.
could be a podcast in itself. To be
Mhm.
honest, going through that Vanity Fair thing and saying, do we rate them? Where do we
Yeah.
think their careers are going to go? So yeah, maybe we park that there. But yeah, the film I saw, I've seen a couple films recently. Originally, I was going to talk about Jeremy Allen White and the Bruce Springsteen film, but to me, there was not much to talk about there. It was a good film, but it was a biopic, but it targeted a very specific area of his life when he was writing this really sad album. And I do think Jeremy Allen White did a really good job in that film. I liked like the setup of it, the setting and all that, but it did drag a bit. It was a bit slow. It was very slow, and that's it. It was meant to be slow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't. Was it better than the Bob Dylan one? Maybe a similar level. Maybe, I don't know. To be honest, there was not much in it for me, but solid like 3.5. Like, it's not one you'd stick on again, but it was an interesting story to go watch. So yeah,
I mean, for me personally, I didn't really have any kind of interest in seeing it because I just don't really. I'm not a massive.
I think
Bruce
if you're a Bruce
fan.
Springsteen fan and you specifically like this album a lot, you'd really like this film.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a good film. But the film I did want to talk about was Netflix's Frankenstein, directed by Guillermo del Toro, Mexican director.
Didn't he, I remember he did Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim, he did Pinocchio.
He was meant to do the Hobbit trilogy. Well,
was
trilogy?
it?
Yeah, originally.
So yeah, from what I know about him, he's done a lot of like sort of gothic, dark stuff, and Frankenstein obviously lines up with that perfectly. This is a real lining up of a genre and a director that's worked quite well. In terms of the film, though, I mean, I've really enjoyed it. It's long, and obviously Frankenstein has been done so many times in different things. It's the novels from 1818, so it's very old. Mary Shelley.
Is it is it because it's done so much? Is it because it's like a free property? I have a feeling it is.
It could
like
be,
it doesn't have any copyright on it, so anyone can make a film about it.
Well, I was actually looking at this when I was thinking about how much Frankenstein has been done. I was thinking what has been done more than Frankenstein, and research showed Dracula has been probably done a bit more in just the whole vampire. Like Dracula was the first vampire. Think about how many times vampires have been done.
It's true.
Twilight.
Yeah.
Is it the Vampire Diaries? And then like Gary Oldman's Dracula film, all these different Dracula films, Hotel Transylvania. Like,
I guess they have no kind of like IP to it in a way. It's all on its own. If it's like,
well, they do have. I mean, they're novels, but yeah, maybe you've got a point about whether they're free properties to use. I'm not sure.
'Cause I know a few films are like that where you get stuff is like that where you get free property. Anyway, go on.
But yeah, the one thing. So starting with this film, so sort of everyone knows the story of Frankenstein, but if you don't, it's sort of this Victor Frankenstein invents a monster. He's a sort of mad atomical scientist of like biology and life and everything, and he has this dream of making a human from different parts and stuff, and he brings it to life, and it's sort of about the story of this monster, about the conflicts he has with himself, the conflicts he has with his sort of father, his creator, Victor, and then sort of a journey after that. But so this one very much follows that. Instead of being, so the book's set, wrote in 1818, this is set in 1855, so it's instantly got that Victorian style. A lot of it is set in Edinburgh and filmed in Edinburgh, and you can see like that really suits the Gothic.
I remember seeing a lot of
vibe.
clips at the time. I think when they were filming this, a lot of videos of people seeing it being filmed.
Yeah,
I believe.
Yeah, so it does start in Vienna, where like in this sort of grand house where he's from. There's a lot of like big actors in this. Charles Dance in it, who's in Game of Thrones. He plays Victor Frankenstein's dad. Yeah, and then he sort of ends up in Edinburgh as this scientist, this lecturer of science. He sort of, we know this has this dream. Then Christoph Waltz, who plays sort of this businessman / scientist, sort of supports him on this dream. Then he goes on to make this monster. And yeah, it sort of follows on from there. The story of the conflict between Jacob Elordi's Frankenstein and his father. It suggests sort of like almost like daddy issues he has, even the daddy issues of Victor. So yeah, but the style of this is perfect. The only tropes I did have with it were I don't know if you've seen any like images from it, but it looks very Netflix.
Okay.
Like,
I know. I understand exactly what you mean. It looks like a film made for Netflix.
Yeah.
Which isn't a dig necessarily. It's just a bit. Well, this film wasn't meant to. It had a very brief showing in cinemas, I believe.
Yeah. It's not meant for cinemas necessarily.
It's just a shame because Netflix put this out in cinemas, and then like no one's gonna go watch it in cinema though because they can wait a week or two. Or however long it is, and just go watch it.
But the thing is, when you watch this, you'll realise some of these like set pieces, some of these sets are incredible. Like you can tell they're just incredible. They look amazing. And then others are like just look bizarre.
Really?
Yeah. Like that take you completely out of it. I don't know what it was. It has this like I haven't seen Stranger Things, but it has that sort of Stranger Things look about it.
Okay, I kind of get what you mean.
From like a TV show look about it in a way, like a really high budget TV show. Didn't completely take me out of it because again, some of the visuals in it were amazing. And I'm not sure about sort of I don't know if you've seen pictures of Jacob Elordi's monster.
I have, yeah.
It's an interesting look about the monster, but
what is Jacob Elordi like as Frankenstein?
Good.
Do you think
I
he
think he's
suits
really
it?
good. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, before the film, I was thinking.
Well, you wouldn't associate him with Frankenstein, would you?
No.
I mean, it's probably a different kind of take on it. You expect Frankenstein someone bigger, got more, more of a body about him.
Yeah.
But if that's very interesting because I know originally, I think Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, he was. I was about to say this. Yeah, that would have changed the film completely. I think just I don't know how tall Andrew Garfield is, but
I think he's quite tall.
And just like Andrew Garfield's character, like persona as an actor is like we're supposed to feel sorry for him a lot of the time. I think like Jacob Elordi doesn't come across with that exact same thing, and the whole point of this movie is like feeling sympathy for the monster, but I feel like it shouldn't be instant sympathy we should feel, which we would if it was Andrew Garfield. So to me, Jacob Elordi makes a lot more sense as casting as it, and just forget the stature as well. Also, there's a weird plot in this, not weird, but like there's a girl, Elizabeth, who's in most of Frankenstein adaptations, who is the wife of Victor's brother, but Victor very much fancies her.
Okay.
But she sort of falls in love and all weird friendship, romance, almost for the monster. So there's almost a fetishization of the monster in this, which is a bit strange, which is, I can sort of get when you get Jacob Elordi in that role, like the body. Like I saw something that said that all these women keep falling for Frankenstein or the monster wouldn't happen if he was 5'4". Yeah. But it's sort of like this freakishly tall.
I mentioned this yesterday, but I just think I find it mad that we're getting. I think it's coming out in March with it's Christian Bale playing Frankenstein again. Yeah, and I just think.
Yeah, I did see that. You're right. I saw the trailers originally, and then I got confused between the two.
Me too.
Same movie.
Then I realised that that's Christian Bale. That's not Jacob Elordi, and I was like, these must be two separate films.
Well, that film I think it's called The Bride or something like that.
Yes, I think it's probably gonna. I don't know. I saw the trailer when I went to see Running Man.
Oh, the trailer come out. Yeah, that'd be interesting as well. Obviously, Christian Bale is an incredible actor. Probably stitch himself up like to method acting.
He looked more like a brute in that kind
more
of
like a traditional Frankenstein.
I would say like kind of.
Well, as the film goes on, Jacob Elordi starts like growing longer hair. Like he looks more and more human as the thing. I think that is obviously an artistic choice, but by the end of it, like he doesn't look like Frankenstein. And by the end of it as well, like he's talking in like full, like proper educated sentences.
Yeah.
And, like, which it is a good film though.
Would you recommend?
Definitely recommend it, especially since it's on Netflix. Recommend anyone to see it. And some of like the set, like just the whole vibe, the aesthetic of it is very cool as well.
Definitely, yeah.
And it's just a perfect match with this director. Like the sets in Vienna, in Edinburgh. Just the whole vibe of the story, it is really good. I gave it 4 stars. Like it's a good film.
Yeah.
There's some things keeping it up from being top. It does over explain things a bit much. So there'll be like a paper on the floor and be like, he's left paper on the floor. Like we can see that.
Yeah.
There's only a few moments like that, but I don't like things like that.
Really takes you out of it, doesn't it?
So it was just that, and then like, some of the scenes felt a bit CGI and stuff like that, but then others were like amazing. So it was a mixed bag, but overall very good film.
Okay.
Yeah, I totally recommend.
All right then, should we move on to our main subject of the show?
Yeah, we're going to move on now to, like we discussed at the start, World War II movies. So we're going to go through a list of chosen World War II movies by us. Most of them...
I would say, maybe they're not... There are favourites, kind of, aren't they, I'd say?
They're ones that we've picked out because there's so many films about World War II. I think the earliest one on here is Schindler's List, which is 1993 or 4. That is the earliest film we've got on there.
I think.
1993. That's the earliest film we've got on here. So that just shows World War II was ended.
There is so many World War II
years before that.
World War II films, and if we've kind of gone for the ones we kind of have watched, and we've always known there's going to be ones like stuff like Escape to Victory and like The Great Escape, like all these films. They probably could be on there, but we just haven't watched it.
There's loads of others as well that we haven't seen, but there's even a few on here that each of us haven't seen, but we've just chosen because we have seen. And we're both big fans of World War II, so we're going to endeavour to watch. I'd like to watch a few more older ones. I know there was a few we were looking at, we just didn't have time to get around to watching. We've done a few
series in there, so it's kind of World War II series, content on a whole, really. Anyway, do you want to explain how we're going to do it?
How
the
many
ranking
films
of
have
it?
we got here?
I think we've got about 15.
So about 15, and we're going to try and choose 5. Not in any particular order. Maybe we'll all done at the end, but initially we're not going to for any order. We're going to go through each one and say keep. Should we say keep, get rid, and the holding pen?
Yeah. So we realistically we'll have there'll be 5 films standing
at the end. Yeah, 5 chairs, 5 chairs with seats on them. The seats of films on them that will be kept. We'll do a holding pen as well.
Yeah.
So if you put them in the holding pen,
we'll
go back to.
We might switch them back out or whatever.
Right. Do you want to start with a film, or shall I just?
You know what? You can pick one out the list, and
Okay. Let's go for one we both see and start with it. Dunkirk.
Okay.
Thoughts on Dunkirk?
I mean, it was very interesting, wasn't it? Because it was done in this free time, not free time periods, but 3 sets of different times, where we followed the story of the guy on the boat, Barry Keoghan's character.
Yeah.
And then we had Harry Styles on the beaches of Dunkirk, which I think he doesn't. There's not a lot of dialogue in this film, really, is there? There isn't a great deal, and I think
very low amount of
but
dialogue.
I think he's actually quite good in it, to be honest.
It's his best performance. I don't know if you've seen anything else he's been in.
Yeah,
I've saw Don't Worry Darling, but this is definitely his best performance. Maybe because he's just supposed to be a guy that doesn't speak that much.
And then we've got Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
And he's an RAF pilot. So I think is it a week, a day, and an hour?
Yeah, no, well, I think it's done in land, sea, air, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of. So we see Mark Rylance and Barry Keoghan are on this boat. They're one of these small ships that we see their journey to go out and save the soldiers. They end up witnessing a plane crash in which Cillian Murphy's plane gets shot down. He's a British soldier, but he has some kind of like PTSD of the moment, ends up killing Barry Keoghan, doesn't he? And it touches on the small ships. It touches on those waiting on the beach. I think it did this very well because obviously
I think, like if we go into the history of it, Dunkirk was realistically the whole to get in that situation. It was a complete failure really, wasn't it? And I think it does a good job of showing the failure but then the success of getting everyone out at the same time.
Well, I know a lot of historians that I've seen have said that like maybe one of the most pivotal moments of the war, because in their eyes Germany was always going to lose the war eventually, just because logistical reasons.
There was 300,000 men on those beaches,
highly
roughly.
skilled ones as well. Highly skilled.
They
British
weren't
soldiers, not enlisted men.
They weren't. Yeah, exactly. They were part of the army before the war had even started.
Yeah.
These are well trained soldiers.
Yeah. So you had these 300,000 men trapped, and if they all died, which could have easily happened,
definitely. They were surrounded.
Definitely could have prolonged the whole war even more. Could have meant, I don't think Britain would have ever been taken, but definitely could have increased the chances of that. It is a pivotal moment.
What was it called? Is it Operation Sea Lion?
Yeah, that's the invasion of like Great Britain. But yeah, in terms of telling this story, I think the land, sea, air thing was a very
It's a great way of doing it,
because you've got so many different moments. You've got so many different things going on at the same time, and 3 different pivotal theatres within that. I think it was a perfect way to view it.
I do. The only issue I have with this film, and it's quite silly detail really, but if you when they're on the beaches in the first few scenes, it looks like modern day France.
Yeah.
In all the background, a lot of it. I saw this because they didn't. I get why they didn't want to change too much of it. They wanted to see, Chris Fern. He likes to work.
This is the thing. He likes to work on location, doesn't he?
Which I do get, but I think, like, if you look at other films, you see pictures of the Dunkirk beach.
Yeah,
it was
look the same.
It was shit everywhere.
Yeah,
but then in this one, it's really just clean beach. It's just
really clean.
There's just men lined up. It looks so peaceful.
I think that's again, it's a stylistic choice. The pristineness, the straightness, the cleanness of the streets and the beach, and like the uniform of the soldiers is to like, because that very much the first scene is like, we're waiting. Oh my god, we know something's happening. We know they're going to bomb us. It's trying to create that juxtaposition, isn't it, with like peace and eerie, like an eerie feeling.
It does feel very eerie in those first few scenes.
Yeah, it definitely does that well, but I don't think it's filmed on Dunkirk Beach.
I think, but it's definitely. I think it is. It's modern day.
It might be modern day, but yeah, didn't look the same.
It just looks quite different.
I think people say the weather was different and stuff. I think it might have been sunny when it happened and different. But it's minor details. I've seen people in terms of the accuracy of it. But a good World War II film doesn't necessarily be to be accurate, as we'll get onto later with Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, so where is this? I think Holding Pen.
Holding Pen, yeah. I do think it's very good.
But I just know. Well, I've made the list myself. I know there's going to be, but this could also definitely fall into the category and go in that 5.
All these films are very good. Look, we have to say that to start with.
That's what's been so tough.
The thing is with this, the one that makes me not feel as emotionally attached to it might be the lack of dialogue. I know that's a big choice. Yeah. But yeah, it is a film I would stick on and watch, though. It is very enjoyable. Definitely. It's hard to dispute it. So yeah, we're going to put it...
Actually, I remember I tried to watch Dunkirk a few weeks ago, and I put it on, and I watched the first 10 minutes of it without realising it was in French.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Because I didn't think...
I think the first few scenes you do hear French.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just like, okay. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to...
Yeah, so that's in the Holding Pen. Do you want to pick a film or something next? Or do you want me to keep picking them? I've got them in front of me here.
You've got them in front of you, so I don't have to get my phone.
One that we both watched. I don't think I saw completely all of it. I was in the room while we watched it. Darkest Hour.
I've watched this twice. I love this film. I think it's, really? Gary Oldman is kind of incredible in it. And I mean, you always don't relate him to Gary Oldman because it feels like a character in his own.
Yeah, he won an Oscar for this performance. To me, the performance is better than the film.
I could probably get behind that in a way.
I know it is all about Churchill, but I don't know. To me, it's not. Out of the ones we've got here, it's not going to be in the top 5.
But I just kind of love the story of it, of how he was kind of in his own party. He was hung to dry.
Yeah.
And they all wanted to surrender or make some kind of peace deal.
Oh, it's a very good film about Churchill, but is it as good as some of these other films?
Probably not. I think we'll stay brief on this.
You want to say Holden Pen, or do you want to say Get Rid?
I think Get Rid, because I don't think I'm going to win you round. And
no.
Even I
For
think
you,
I think even
would it be in your 5?
it'd be up there, but I don't know if it'd still even make that list. But it's definitely a great film, worth a watch. I feel like I'm going to say that for all of these.
From a great depiction of Churchill, we're going to move on to a great, arguably, I haven't seen this film, but you've seen this film this week, fresh in the memory. Arguably, people hold this up as the greatest depiction of his rival, Hitler, Downfall, a German film. What did you think of this? Because obviously I haven't seen this, but you saw this week in preparation for the podcast.
I watched this about 2 days ago. I think I briefly said it to you. I think as a film, maybe it's not incredible.
Yeah.
But it's an incredible. It shows how Hitler really was and the kind of the irate rants and to see his kind of.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen his ranting in those doesn't it follow him in his final days in the bunker? So we know. Yeah. Obviously, it's called Downfall.
Well, the actual story. Well, the main presence is his type type girl. I can't remember what the actual word is for it. But it's because she was
secretary, sort of.
Kind of. She was really there, and she was in the bunker in his final days.
And it follows her point of view.
And she managed to escape after all this happened. So this follows, Berlin, where the Russians were coming
in from one
side. Then a few days later,
the Allies.
You got the Allies coming in, and Hitler's main worry is about he doesn't want the Russians to get him because the Russians will. They'll truly embarrass him, and you get to see all the major high-ranking Nazis.
Is Hitler sort of even at that point? Is he accepting that it's done?
For the first hour, he still has hope, and he's kind of talking to all his generals, say, "Do this, do that. Why are you not doing this?" But they all know there's no getting out of this.
The last few months of the war, they knew it was over.
And this kind of showed his his blind And then he just starts, most of the film, he's just angry at the German people, saying that they've let this happen to them and all this, blaming his soldiers, everything like this. But then you got to see all these high-ranking Nazis, and then you can see the commanders, they know it's over, it's kind of really interesting to see that Hitler still kind of thought he had a chance in all this.
Yeah.
But then eventually, I think it's because it's his birth, so he... 20th of April, his birthday. I think that's when he kind of realises it's probably over, and he kills himself on the 30th, I think. But then, he gets his body burnt. And this is all, it's all really but it's just his rants, and it's very much his hands always shaking, stuff like this.
By the end of his life, I know he was quite an ill man.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting because, we know. Or for those who don't know, a lot of Hitler's decisions in the war, it sounds bad, but he could have made better decisions.
Well, of course he could have
made better decisions that probably prolonged the war. Mm-hmm. Even if you could say they're still going to lose it, it could have been prolonged. Some weird tactical decisions that just show his greed, his just hatred for certain people. For Russian people, especially.
And I think it's also. It shows one in this film is how scared his generals and the high-ranking officers were of him.
Yeah. That
they were trying to give different options, different solutions, but they were too scared to say anything because they all know what is he on about, but they're just too scared to oppose him.
Yeah.
And this is really well shown, especially because when someone does try to oppose him, he gets them. I think he kills them.
Right.
He just, it's a great description of how he just led with fear.
So maybe the best depiction of Hitler from any movie, for sure.
But the thing is, Hitler dies within... It's a 2.5 hour film, and he dies probably about hour and a half in.
Oh, really? So that's the last hour?
It's about the secretary trying to escape the bunker and get out of Berlin.
Does the film go down after the Hitler's death, do you think?
No, I think it's still interesting, but that's it's not all just about Hitler in a way.
Yeah.
Which it gives it more of a story.
Does she get out after Hitler's died?
So Hitler kills himself, and they're still all there. Goebbels.
Is this a true story?
Well, yeah,
she actually escaped.
Yeah. This is at the start of the film. It shows the woman, like this older woman who is talking about it.
And it's all in German, is it?
Yeah. So I'm fluent now. And like Goebbels, you see Goebbels have to kill his kids pretty much.
Oh my god.
His wife has to go in and he gives them all pills while they're asleep. Makes them crunch.
Goebbels kills Hitler's kid. No, not his kids,
Well,
but his own kids.
Hitler's kids, all the kids had to die of these high-ranking Nazi officers.
Right.
It's crazy.
He didn't have a kid though, did it?
No, actually, I can't. No, he doesn't.
No, so it would have been like
It was Goebbels. It was all Goebbels because he had like 5.
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking. Because there's so many.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That
was one of the wildest scenes with this mother killing her children while they're all asleep in a bunker, and one of the kids realizes what's going on, and that she doesn't want it. She makes them have this sleeping medicine. She goes, "No, I don't want to have it." She knows that they're all gonna have to die. But
it's mad to think that things like that will happen like less than 80 years ago. People are that blinded by like. It's not even a long time ago, like really, in the grand scheme of the world.
No.
When you think about crazy ideological things like that happening in Europe, it is really crazy. But in terms of the film, would you put it on the same level of Dark Tower then in terms of like...
I think very similar in a way, because it's all about...
Hitler, for the most part.
Yeah, and I think it's more these characters and the interest of these...
It sounds very good.
The ideology of these characters, isn't it?
You sell it to me quite well. It seems interesting. But would it be in the top 5? Would you hold in pen maybe?
Yeah, hold in pen.
Because it does seem like a very good depiction of Hitler, and that is definitely obviously a main key part of the war. Next, we're gonna go with Fury. We've seen this, haven't we?
Really like this.
It's a really good film.
I watched this for the first time in the Swiss Alps, didn't we? Yeah,
really?
that was the first time I watched it.
On continental.
Yeah.
Obviously,
like I was really there.
Felt like you were hiding away up in the Alps. But yeah, this obviously follows tanks, and I think the tank squadrons. It follows a squad that have already been through a lot, hasn't it? We've got Brad Pitt's squad.
I can't remember what year it is into the war.
It'd be 1944.
Is it? Oh yeah, well yeah.
But Brad Pitt's already been in Italy, I think.
Yeah.
He's already, because obviously that was the start of it. Then they had the invasion of Normandy and whatever followed from that. So they've already lost people.
We got like John Brolin.
Well, I was just going to go to this. The main strength, I think, this film is the relationship between the squad.
Yeah.
You've got like Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf as well, yeah. God, yeah.
Is it Michael Pena or something like the Mexican Latin?
The guy who gets made to play every Mexican character in all the every film he's in.
Yeah. He's a good actor.
He's really good.
Yeah, he's a good actor. And the fact in this film, like, main thing I think about him is Ant-Man and this film, and it's a very different role.
Another one he's in is it's called World Trade Center.
What else he's in actually? Working Man with Jason Statham.
Of course he is.
Like a businessman in that, but yeah.
Of course he is.
But yeah, he's a good underrated performance in this as well. Like, especially in Ant-Man, it's a more serious role. Than this.
Well, like for me, I saw him for the first time in Ant-Man, and when you see it's really interesting. We see an actor.
He's playing the same, not stereotypical Mexican, more than that in this.
Yeah.
But he is that like character from a different race that's in there, but he just does a really good job. He's sort of like they're all these. You can tell that. Also, there's John Bernthal, isn't there?
Yeah.
A really good actor as well. They've got these sort of hard exteriors, but you can tell there's so much damage going on. But
they all
portray that perfectly, don't they?
It looks like they're all on their last legs, don't they?
Yeah. And Brad Pitt's character is sort of the one that's just about holding them together. And at the start of this film, you hate Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Like, you think he's a dickhead, especially
because you follow this this younger officer who's he works in
just
like
been drafted into the war.
This is in the. He's not even a soldier though, is he?
No.
He's like I can't remember what
is he a medic or a weapons cleaner or something?
Something like this, but he's not. He wasn't meant to be in this tank, was he?
No. I think he was in the military, but he wasn't. He wasn't on the combat, was he?
No.
But like, it's interesting because it is. I do remember that it's in the last few weeks of the war. And yeah, they just hate him because he's just been drafted in this last few weeks, and they've been through so much. We see this moment where Brad Pitt makes him kill another German soldier just to like prove himself, and he just can't do it.
Because this gets shown in a lot of war films about how you've got the people who are there day one, like all the Americans who were there on D-Day, and then you've got these new people just roll into like Europe when the war is kind of at its dwindling away.
So it highlights that quite well. There's two more key scenes that stand out to me, and three actually. The first is that there's a first tank battle against another big German tank, which is done really well.
These tank battles are incredible to watch as well. To be honest, before it's kind of put me off watching this film because I thought it's just tanks.
Yeah, and it's hard to see, but they do it really well.
Yeah,
they do it really
honestly.
Well. And then another scene that stands out to me is the one where they're held up in this German town, and like Brad Pitt and the young officer, I can't remember his name, but I know he's played by Logan. He's played by Logan Lerman, the actor's
Is that his name?
But I can't remember the name of the character. But anyway, they're held up in this German town, and they're in this little house, and there's like
that girl,
mom and her like daughter,
mm-hmm.
and then they sort of play the piano. You can see these characters relax for once, especially Brad Pitt. Like he's washing himself finally, and then he sees like this like sort of young romance brewing between the young officer and this girl, and they sort of just, he's like, yeah, go do it. He's not strict on it. He's just he sort of knows that this is like the small hope these people have.
Yeah.
Even for, shows of both sides, and the mom's there or whatever, whoever she is, she knows the same. This hope in the war from both sides that this might be over. The moment that would happen, no matter if a war is on or not. Mm-hmm. That was a really good moment.
And then that final showdown
scene,
where they're all getting picked off one by one, really, aren't they? And the younger officer managed to escape after he kind of finally gets the respect of his other. Yeah. But yeah, I think the one last point. Brad Pitt also made this film, with Brad Pitt's haircut made everyone get this trim back in the day. Do you not remember?
I don't know. Maybe,
okay,
I do remember.
Jack Grealish.
True, yeah.
Trust me, there's loads of people got a haircut like Brad Pitt after this film.
There's another film in here with Brad Pitt and Inglourious Basterds, and Brad Pitt's in that film, but he's definitely not the star in that film.
No.
In this, I think he is the star. He's much better in this, much more consequential.
Okay, where are we going to put this then? I think it's got to be in the top 5 for now.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll give it.
So that's our first chair.
Yeah, that's our first.
You're going to make it to judges' houses.
Next one we're going to go on to. Maybe we go on to that other Brad Pitt film. Sort of leads on nicely. I watched this over the last 2 days. I've
watched this film enough. I don't think I didn't need to watch it again. Basterds.
Now, to me, it's not as realistic in a way as. I know obviously this has an alternate ending, but even in the vibe, it's very much giving movie. Like as Tarantino is, it's sort of a meta movie. Like you've got elements of cinema in there, but it's done so well.
It's incredible, honestly. Just talking about it makes me want to watch it again.
The scenes that stand out for me are that first scene when he's there, the Jew hunter, Christoph Waltz.
And he is the star of the show.
He's the star of the movie, yeah. He makes this movie. Well, apparently this film almost didn't get made because they couldn't find the right actor to play.
Well, he kind of...
Hans Lander.
Yeah, he kind of thought he's written like this impossible character. But it kind of is, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
To get an actor who speaks...
fluent languages,
English, French, German, Italian.
Yeah.
That's right?
Yeah, that's right.
And to
do it so well.
And, to have this incredible performance as well. It is an impossible role.
That's the thing. Like, what he gets so well is he's so charming. It's creepy.
Yeah,
he's so polite and charming.
He's so scary.
Creepy, yeah, when you know especially who he is, the rank, and then, going on to scenes. That first scene is so good, isn't it? Even the way they switch between French and English, like it even makes sense. Like he's like, oh, I know you speak a good amount of English. Shall we speak in that? And then it's used as a, but we know he switches to English, so those Jews below can't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
It's so smart,
And
like,
it's
it was the way
also
to do
for the
it.
audience as well.
Yeah,
Like there's so many levels to it. Because
Yeah,
let's say he walked in and spoke English straight away,
yeah,
it just wouldn't.
takes you out of it.
Yeah, it would.
I say unrealistic, but then when you think about the language and stuff, it feels very realistic.
Yeah, because I think
The only thing I say that is because it's just like, I suppose there's a lot of like meta movie moments. Like for example, when it introduces Hugo Stieglitz, who's like the German guy who's like gone to the Inglorious Bastards.
yeah,
It gives him a little moment where it
Like
takes you out of it, and it's like telling you about him from Samuel L. Jackson narrating it. That's what I mean by not like realistic. I guess it's so unique in its style. It's not this like, it's not Dunkirk or like Saving Private Ryan where it's following this. But in terms of like the language and stuff like that, it is very realistic.
isn't which is the guy in the Inglorious Bastards who is like the guy with the baseball bat? What's his name?
I don't know what his name is, but he's known as the Bear Jew.
The Bear Jew. He was supposed to be played by Adam Sandler.
Really?
Yeah.
Would've been
That
interesting.
role was apparently written for Adam Sandler.
I think he is Jewish, isn't he?
Yeah.
Adam Sandler, so yeah, it is interesting. These American Jews that are like sort of things that are the Inglorious Bastards the star of this. It's just not. It's
I don't know, I
just
think
Adam
they're just
Sandler.
like they're
They're
just
a cool, like you can really get behind them, even though they're brutal. They're scalping
yeah.
Nazis. They're giving them you can almost understand it in a way. It's sort of this sick violence that Tarantino does, but you can get behind it. Like,
Another great scene is when they're in the bar.
well, this is what I was going to. The two scenes that stick out the most to me in this film, like the rest of it is very good, but yeah, the scene, the opening scene, and this bar scene, which is I think it's like half an hour long scene.
Yeah.
And
it's just all straight dialogue, but it's so intense.
yeah, because you just know they're like deceiving. And I watched like a breakdown of the scene earlier actually, and like it's just so good on so many levels. You've got this other guy, this high-ranking Nazi coming in. It is just so good of a scene. You've got Fassbender.
He's also great in this.
Obviously, you can speak fluent German, and like
What is it? Half German, half Irish.
Yeah. Strange mix, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think I want to say he's more. I think he like lived in Ireland.
Oh, okay.
Like, so he hasn't like ever lived in Germany. I think he grew up in Ireland anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, that doesn't really matter. But like, he gets found out because he does the free instead of
the German free.
The German free, which is just again such a smart way to do it.
It's
Like such a good piece of like filmmaking to do that, and like writing really, not filmmaking.
and then we get this typical kind of Tarantino end of
Yeah.
a big kind of spectacle of the whole theatre getting burnt down.
And it's like an alternative history, and it's even interesting how like Hans Lander, he knows that he's one step ahead of him the whole time, isn't he? Really?
Yeah.
And when he finds that this is him, he wants to play people. When finds out he can play with people, he'll do it, and he plays with his own side because he tries to bargain.
Yeah,
He does. He successfully bargains the Allies into, I've got your people here. I know that you guys can blow up the thing, because there's two separate plans going on. You've got the Jew and her, the other theatre worker that are trying to use this opportunity to burn the theatre down, and then you've got the Inglorious Bastards that are trying to get into the theatre and blow it up and do their own plan. Their plans come together. But Hans Lander sees an opportunity there and like tries to bargain, doesn't he? And he successfully does. And then obviously it ends with, oh yeah, you've got your little house on, I think it's Nantucket Island, wherever that is in America, is the place he requests. But you're going to be brandished with the Nazi symbol on your head. Yeah, and obviously that's hinted at close. And it's so good. It's got to be top 5.
I don't think there's much to talk about really. It's going to be in that top 5, isn't it, at the end of the day?
Yeah. Anything else you got to say about it?
No, I think we've covered everything there. I think
Yeah.
great spectacle.
Next film.
One of those films I wish I got to see at the cinema.
Yeah, obviously came out in
2013. Is that right?
no, like 2009, I think.
Really?
And then
I
you,
thought it's-
yeah. So you had that in 2000.
2013.
I sort of grouped that together with Django Unchained because you got Christoph
Yeah,
Waltz as well.
True.
Two incredible performances. I think won an Oscar for both. So that just shows you know. Next, we're going to go on to actually a film that you didn't put on here, but I've just thought about that I saw just to mention briefly. Zone of Interest, which is about these family that live just outside of Auschwitz. The family of a guard who works at the like an officer that works at the camp, and it sort of follows the peacefulness of living right next to a concentration camp like that. And like you can, it won like Oscar for sound because like it does really well. Like you can hear like these random sounds in the background of things going on. And it's a good film. I recommend watching it. It's on Amazon Prime. It's in German. It's not going to make the top 5. Just thought I'd mention it as a.
I might give that a watch.
I thought I'd mention it as a way that World War II is showing every facet of life. Different. You've got the concentration camps, which is almost like a story in itself.
I mean, there's so many films that just.
And maybe we'll move on to that now. Then the most famous one that follows that is Schindler's List.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts on this film?
To be honest, I don't remember much about it. I haven't watched it in years.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I'll let you kind of take
over
over
on
this
the
one.
saddest films you can ever watch. Like, it almost feels like unwatchable. Like, which shows it feels like a documentary.
Yeah.
It's that realistic. It's that.
Have you ever seen the video of like when this film came out of German people watching Schindler's List for the first time?
And
When
just, like,
they're all coming out the cinema and like they're all just speechless and they're just.
I don't.
But that's the effect it has on you, isn't it?
I don't think you can make a much better. Like,
I find this mental because Steven Spielberg made this and Jurassic Park in the set. And
light-hearted.
No, but apparently he was like Jurassic Park in the day, Schindler's List on the night.
Does he do that?
What
is this like in the post-production process?
Yeah, I think he'd film Schindler's List in the day when he was in Poland, or where I think it's Poland. And then on the night he'd go call to America and work on Jurassic Park, finalising all the special effects.
Filmed it and then he was in the post-production of Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I just find that to kind of the mindset of going from big scary dinosaur to
crazy. Yeah, and there's especially like you watch this film and you're like, have they overdone it here? Is it they showing it's more horrible than it was? Apparently, it's toned down realistically.
I bet it is.
To real history. Like, you got Ray Fiennes who plays the I think it's Herman Goff, like I don't know what he plays, an SS officer. Yeah, it's just like evil basically.
And is Liam Neeson?
Liam Neeson's very
he's like isn't he like the factory like?
Yeah, he's Oscar Schindler. So the main character of the film, he's this factory owner he's a Czech factory owner who's a member of the Nazi party, but he's not really a member. We see further on, he's like he's sort of in the middle. He's carried away. He knows he's profit in his business, but then he starts to begin to attach to these people and like understand what's going on. So eventually, he sort of ends up use it as a way to free. I need
to watch this film.
He gets them to work at his factory instead of going to the camp, and then he treats them well. So it is so good, but it's almost unwatchable. It's that horrific and that realistic, but does that not just show how good a film it is?
Yeah,
in a way, it's gonna have to at least go and hold him pen, maybe top 5.
I think for now, let's put it in top 5. I know we've just done 3 in a row in top 5, but I think
we've done 2.
Oh,
Fury and Inglourious Basterds.
No, but I'm saying with this.
Yeah.
Let's put it in there.
I put it in holding pen because I think it's going to be discussed again. I think it's hard to leave it out, but next I'm going to go to film. I feel like I've been talking a lot, but I haven't seen this next film. So Unbroken.
Yeah. This is.
I don't know anything about.
Well, this is our first kind of out of all the films we've done, in the Pacific kind of conflict. Yeah. So this is about the Olympic runner. I can't remember his name, but he is he works as in a bomber, and his bomber crashes in the Pacific. He's trapped on a raft for 28 days.
Fucking hell.
So if that's not, I think actually it might be longer. They catch a shark and eat it
for 28 days.
Well, yeah. So they're on just this little raft for
Is this a
20.
true story?
True story. 3 of them. There's what's the ginger guy? What's his name? General Hooks.
Oh, Donald Gleason or whatever.
Yeah, that's it. So it's him and I can't even remember the main actor's name now.
What else is he?
No, I can't even think. But anyway, so they're on this raft 28 days. So if that's that's hard enough as it is.
Yeah.
They get shot at by Japanese fighter pilots. Then they get captured by the Japanese, and they then eventually, so they're in a line. They get about to get sent into to these camps in Japan, and they get split up, so they don't see each other again.
Right.
They get sent to different camps, and then this is the incredible villain of the Japanese, like he's the leader of the war camp, and he knows this guy's famous because he's well known in America because he was Olympian, and
Right.
I don't know if he raced in that I think the Olympics just before the Nazis held. He raced in that.
Right, 1936 Berlin Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this guy just hates him. They try. The whole point is, how long will this guy last until he gets broken?
Right, because obviously the Japanese treat people awfully, didn't they? I mean,
Yeah.
They treat themselves awfully. Like they kamikaze. They're just known for this crazy mentality.
These Japanese war camps are some of the. It's horrific what a lot of these men had to go through. But yeah, so
As
just
a film, how does it hold up? Do you think it's good as some of these or not?
I'd say so. I think this
Really?
I think this is incredible. It's one of my favourite kind of, especially in the Pacific kind of era of war. It's just about this guy. They're trying to break him at every second, but he just keeps getting through, and you kind of just go, come on, mate, keep going, and then finally they get all when the war ends, they all get let to go in the water, and they think they're going to shoot them all and kill them all in the water. But then the American planes fly over, and you just get this massive kind of relief of it's all over.
Like you thought they were going to shoot him anyway.
Yeah, because they
didn't know.
Because this idea of this guy going through all this pain and suffering, just for them to get to the end of the war, just for them to shoot him. It's incredible. It's
really, so this goes pretty high for you then.
Yeah, if it was up to me, I think we can't because you haven't watched it.
Yeah.
But I think this would be definitely up and around the top 5.
I'm gonna put it in Holden Pen just because what you said about it. Definitely one for watch me. It's very strong so far. We're gonna have to whittle it down.
Like this Japanese guy, he's like, I don't know. It's just this incredible villain as well, like on the levels of, yeah.
Okay, so next, if I said World War II movie to you, what would you say?
Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, so that's what we're talking about next. It is just like a really, really good film, isn't it? It's sort of like the archetype World War II movie.
Yada's film.
That obviously everyone talks about the opening scene. That's just incredible, and especially at the time as well, like 1998.
It's just
like
brutal.
how good that scene is as well. I don't think that's been topped. Like a
No,
depiction of that. That is probably the best depiction of.
You know what makes this great as well? Look, because you can clearly see this is done on film, and it's got this older kind of tint to the camera, and it looks a bit older, and it kind of makes this film look so gritty and horrible.
Yeah.
And we get to see Tom Hanks. It's just a great performance of just a guy who's he's just sick of it now.
Yeah. I will say I don't think I quite feel like the emotional attachment to the characters I do with some of the other films, like Inglourious Bastards.
I know what you mean.
Maybe Unbroken, like you say.
Because a lot of these war films, you get like there's like a squad, isn't there?
Yeah.
Like you got 6 or 7 people, and I can't remember too many of.
No.
That's like
I don't feel the same attachment to them as a film. I think a series that we're going to talk about next. Band of Brothers. Maybe that's just the nature of a series.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't feel that same emotional connection. But film wise, so good. It's hard to leave out the top 5, isn't it? Like, there's not really much to say about it that hasn't been said. It's like a great film. It's. What do you think? Hold a pen for now, and we'll go back to it.
I don't know. I think it's gotta go in the top. I don't.
We'll put a holding pen
Holding
now.
pen,
We can
okay.
have this discussion at the end once we've talked about every film. Next, we're going to go on to a series that I just mentioned, Band of Brothers. For me, top 5, undoubtable.
Yeah.
The nature of the series, it was obviously, this is a Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks project as well.
I assume this came off the back of Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Just from
Yeah.
they probably had an interest in the subject for we wanted.
So I
to
can't
do
really
something.
knock them from Saving Private Ryan because it's a film and they've gone on to do it. I think they've gone with Saving Private Ryan. They've done that and they've made it even better. That's what I think they've done.
Yeah.
They've took it's the characters, isn't it? You can connect with the characters. I will say, like, I've watched this twice now.
Same.
On the first viewing, you do lose track of characters a little bit, and the military ranks as well is hard to get your head around who's head of who. But when you watch this twice, it's even better, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The second time I watched it, I loved it even more.
Yeah.
The relationship between the characters, you can tell. I think they did like a 2-week boot camp of the training. Even Ross from Friends is great in this in the first episode, and it just follows a journey of these characters, a realistic journey of them training, and then their deployment to Europe, to England, and then D-Day, and then the events that follow, and then Bastogne in the snow.
I do like that, how we kind
That
of
is such a good episode. You know, when the doctors running around.
Mm-hmm. They're just trying to find morphine and just like,
oh, it's so good. That is very real. That has got to be one of the most realistic depictions.
and like when they find that prisoner of war camp, well, the concentration camp even, and all these people, they're just all of the characters are just sent into shock. They just don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's got to be the most realistic depiction, just because with a series you can really stay true to life. You don't have to get around these things to fit into the runtime. And it's a mini series as well, so it doesn't feel too long or dragged out. It's just like the perfect length, and like
it's just one season, just the whole kind of it's from Dunkirk, from D-Day to the end.
Well, it's from training, isn't it? The first episode is them just training.
I know, but true, actually.
First episode is them training. First episode starts them about to deploy to D-Day.
And then it goes back, doesn't it?
And then it goes back and then ends with the same scene. So we see in the first episode them training at, I can't remember what it's called, but in Georgia, and then them into England.
Mm-hmm.
So she watching this with Charlotte, and it was the place they filmed it in England was literally like a village up from her. Yeah, it's interesting, but yeah, it's just top 5.
Gotta be in there. It's gotta be in there. So have we already got a top 5?
Probably. I don't really want to think about it just yet, but
Idea.
there's loads of British actors in it as well doing American accents, and loads of random.
Okay, I've got a game. Let's see how many actors you can name from
Stephen Graham,
Simon Pegg,
Jimmy Fallon.
Fuck, that was mine. David Day-Lewis.
He's not in it. It's Damien Lewis. He's
shit, yeah.
He's a different actor. What's his name? Andrew Scott. He's in it.
Yeah. Can't think of it now.
I got another one.
The guy from Green Street.
Yeah, Blythe, the one that's got the PTSD. Yeah. That moment's great as well with him as well. Yeah. Michael Fassbender is in there as well.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah, that's a good one. He dies in it actually.
Yeah.
Near the end of the war, it shows like them. It depicts the end of the war really well as well. That moment where like we're still here. Can we go home? But it's over. But we're still here.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in like the Alps, aren't they? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So good. Just follows the story so well. Anyway, let's move on from that. Maybe we should just go straight on to the next series, just 'cause it's easy to compare. Masters of the Air.
I feel like not a lot of people have seen this, unfortunately.
Not a lot of people.
No, I don't.
Maybe because it's on Apple. I don't
know, but it's incredible.
I think it's really good. Yeah.
I don't know what it is about it. It's just something like Austin Butler, just such a charming man.
Yeah. Him and Callum Turner are both really good at this. Like, it isn't as good as Band of Brothers. It just isn't.
No, but
it's got its own charm,
great redeeming qualities about it. That it's different. It's not just
the characters aren't as good. Like it doesn't feel as realistic. Like
I think in Band of Brothers, all the characters are a lot more well-rounded. Where I think in this, there's 3 or 4 really good characters.
Yeah.
So you got like Austin Butler's character, Callum
Yeah.
Turner's character. Then you've got
Crosby. Yeah.
and then you've got is it Rubik? No,
Well, those are the three that stand out for me. Crosby.
no, you got the other guy who kind of lasts to the end.
Yeah.
It
The
begins
guy
with
with
an R.
moustache. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Forgot his name as well.
Rosie, I think.
Yeah, it does focus. I think the thing with Band of Brothers is there's not like a main character, is there really?
No.
Whereas that it does. It has. I think it has weird moments where it focuses on like Austin Butler, then he'll go missing, and then it'll focus on Callum Turner.
Then it went to Crosby.
Yeah. So I'm not saying it was a bad thing. It was a different way to do it, but overall, I think it made it slightly weaker.
Well, this was is kind of in conjunction with Band of Brothers, as it was made by
It's still really good.
Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks were executive producers on it, weren't
I
they?
think it looks slightly too modern and like CGI and like I don't know. It's
Some of the like the dogfight kind of scenes when it's not dogfighting, but when they're all kind of they're on these planes and they're just stressed and there's cold bullets flying through and they're all kind of just like just stuff you don't think about.
Yeah.
Like for example, these fighter pilots getting frostbite that high. Just
I will say it's the best depiction of like air I've seen. I haven't seen many, but like to me, it's not going to make the top 5 because you
I
can't
don't
have
think
one
it will.
of them in there. And I know it, so I'm not going to put it in the holding pen, even though I love it, because I just know it's not going to make the top 5. So.
Yeah,
but it is great. It recommend totally. Again, we'll say again, all these films are good. Next, Hacksaw Ridge.
You watched this before?
I've watched this. Yeah, I watched it not that long ago. Actually, a couple of months ago, I watched this.
Yeah, another Pacific.
Yeah.
But yeah, great. Andrew Garfield's incredible, and it's kind of this not typical kind of war film. This guy he wants to help, but he's true to his religion, and he doesn't want to pick up a gun, and he does everything just to kind of say no.
Yeah.
He stands by his beliefs.
Yeah,
and the fact
Andrew Garfield does a great job in this.
Yeah, and the fact it's based
charming, good guy, just a good man. Like
and it's based off a true story as well. Like this was a real guy who, and the fact all his kind of colleagues, I guess, like they didn't like him, they hated him, they just they wanted him gone. They just they beat him up every night, and the fact he stayed and he saved most of their lives.
Yeah, I do think. It is very good. Maybe it's just
Is this directed by Mel Gibson, I believe?
Yeah, I do really like it, and it's a very good film. But how would you compare it to Unbroken then? Because that's a good one to compare it to because both Pacific Theatre.
I think it is, but it's very different because one's in.
What would you rather watch?
I don't know. Probably Unbroken.
Really?
Yeah.
But do you think this goes on top 5 then?
Nah. But
Just get rid, do you think?
I think so, but it's so good as well. Like, I don't want people to think I'm shitting on it.
Is it better than Dunkirk?
Probably, yeah.
Did we put that in the holding pen?
Dunkirk's going to have to go back then, I think. I was like, what? Fuck it.
Well, put it in the holding pen and then
This is shit.
We'll come back to it because I think when we start having comparison conversations as we go on...
How many we got left?
Oh, God, what I'm done. We got 1... 2, 3, just 4.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just thinking about time.
Yeah.
1 hour and 10.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a longer one. Next, The Pianist, which you haven't seen.
No, I did try watch it this week, but I couldn't find it anywhere to watch it as well.
I think I rented it when I bought it, or maybe watched it on the Fire.
I rented Downfall.
Yeah, I couldn't find it. Need to get a more dodgier stick though. We need to hit a bank.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't name drop him.
It's true.
Did you just name drop our dodgy stick, man? Oh, not like we have a dodgy stick or
to bleep
anything.
that out. Anyway, yeah, very good again. Definitely worth a watch. This is held up as the other good concentration camp Auschwitz film. This isn't set in the concentration camp like the other one is. It's set in Krakow, and you've got this musician that's avoiding going to the camp because he's I can't really remember why, but for whatever reason he doesn't end up there. Maybe because he's sort of a celebrity, because he's a famous pianist. So and it's sort of about like sort of the guilt of him like not going there, and, like but he's still like hiding around and things like. It's very good. Adrian Brody won an Oscar for this. He's won like multiple now. He's won 2 Oscars.
Yeah.
So he was actually the youngest person to ever win an Oscar.
Really? He wouldn't be that old in this film.
I think he's like 28, 29.
Which is quite young in an actor, really, isn't it?
Yeah, especially one that wins an Oscar.
They're normally in like 40s when they win Oscars.
Because they have to have built up like an image.
Yeah. You don't just win one.
You don't just, but he's got like a really good face for like Polish.
Yeah, I know what you mean. He's very kind of...
He's got a unique face, doesn't he? Like, he's got a big nose. Like, I don't know, it's like... he portrays guilt on his face very well. Guilt and sadness very well. I don't know it as well because I can't remember it that well as well. I think I like was watching it and sort of I'm falling asleep today. I need to watch it again to give an opinion.
I think we'll put this outside then.
Yeah, just put this outside, but it is a good film.
But this is probably us need to rewatch it / watch it.
Yeah. So next we have the Imitation Game.
I do really like this film.
Not as strong for me.
It's not as... I don't know.
Maybe I'm just not interested in the subject as much.
It's a great story, and you know we get to see that it's the story of Alan.
Again,
is it Alan
Turing? Yeah, cracking the German Enigma code. It's another one of those that like is showing a different side of the war, different area, different facet of life, different aspect of World War II,
very different performance from Benedict Cumberbatch as well, kind of.
To me, it's not going to make it.
No,
but have you seen this recently?
I actually really like this film.
You really like it?
Yeah, I don't know what it is about it. I've just kind of the interest of this kind of espionage of this single-handedly kind of, you know, the help it gave to the war effort, which nobody really knows about. And it was a shame because he was put they tried to just brush him under the rug, didn't they? Because he ended up being gay, didn't he? And they kind of tried to whitewash him out of history. Yeah. But it's in recent years we've kind of had this appreciation for him. Yeah. But I think I like in some of the ending scenes it kind of it goes in and out of like a police investigation, doesn't it? Of him at his during his later years, because I think he ended up killing himself. But yeah, I think it's just such a powerful story.
Okay. So we're gonna put it on Get Rid, I guess. Get Rid sounds a bit harsh, doesn't it? Like, fuck off. It's like we're putting it like bottom tier, but I don't know why.
We're just putting great films and just like
Get Rid. Yeah. Oppenheimer.
Okay. It's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very good.
I'm just thinking about what to say.
We've already said a lot about Oppenheimer on this podcast, haven't we? I think
I can't remember why we spoke. We
just spoke about a film we'd seen recently, and so if you want to go back and watch that, if you want to hear our thoughts on it, but yeah, it's a great film. I don't know what to say.
I really don't.
It's so long. There's so much to unpack with it. Like,
I'm actually speechless because
you don't really know what to say bad about it.
No, because and I'm also worried that we're going to talk about this and go, "Oh, sorry, we're going to put you in Get Rid," unfortunately,
or we could either go one way. We could talk about it's going to end up in top 5.
Yes, exactly. This is the issue.
I think when I saw it after the first, because I saw it twice, so when I saw it, I think I would have been like, top 5. But
I enjoyed this second. I think I said this last time. I enjoyed it second time round more. I don't know why. I think I did a bit of research on the kind of era of history and
because I've seen people say they don't like the last hour of the court stuff, but I quite like that bit as well. Yeah. I don't know. It's like
I think it's because people thought you kind of get the bomb exactly halfway through the film, isn't it?
Yeah. People say they like the lead up to the bomb, and after that it drops off. But I don't think it does. I think that's
where you get to see the kind of the Robert Downey Jr. performance, really, isn't it?
And I still see like this beamed, like
I know.
And the scene, the last scene, the last word, so good. Like, Albert, I think we just, when I told you about the calculations and we thought we might end the world. He's like, yes, what about it? And he's like, I believe we did.
But it's
it's so true on so many levels.
Of course it is.
It's so impactful.
I love how it keeps referring to this ripple effect,
Yeah.
and it goes from talking about the bomb, how the atom reacts, it creates more atoms and all that, and it kind of talks about that in, there's a ripple effect of everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, gonna
it's
have to put it in get rid of.
it's in holding pen. I think the thing stopping us putting it maybe top is because it feels separate from the war. 'Cause you don't see the bomb drop, do you?
No.
You only see it in the images in Oppenheimer's head. This is not a World War II film. This is a biopic.
This is about Robert Oppenheimer.
Yeah, it's based on a book that is literally just about him and his life.
Yeah.
So it's hot, but his life unfortunately follows a big major event in World War II.
The thing is, there's so many huge actors in it. It's like Gary Oldman has like a 5-minute cameo as President Truman. Yeah. It's just crazy. And even that little 5 minutes, it's great because they talk about like, oh, President, I feel so much guilt. And he's like, they don't care who made the bomb. They care about who dropped it. That was me.
Yeah, so good. The final film we got on here, one you haven't seen, I don't think, The English Patient.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Again, it's a bit of a different one. So this follows I want to say it's more of like a romance in a way.
Oh, okay.
But then it's also about it's about a soldier that gets injured, and then they're transporting his injured body, and then they get stopped like by like a mine or something, and they end up like recuperating in this Italian village sort of, and he's in this Ray Fiennes, who plays the injured guy, and it also flashbacks to him before. Yeah. It flashbacks to moments when he's in North Africa. Yeah. In Egypt and stuff before they got to Italy and such. By the way, Ray Fiennes is incredibly handsome in this film.
Really?
You think he's like, oh, Voldemort. Bro, he's so hot in this.
Really?
And so cool. Yeah. Trust me. And like, he gets with like Colin Firth's wife. It's all about like, and they're like sort of cheating, but it's like, okay. Yeah, it's really good. It's long and it's about this soldier like counting back for his life, and then I don't want to spoil it to you, but has quite a sad ending as well. Okay. Has a really sad ending.
What year was this?
I'm not sure. I wish I had Google to tell you, but I want to say it's like 42, 43 because it's flashback in between in North Africa and Italy. So yeah, but very good film. Again, it's one of them that like, because it's not, I want to say it's like not full on war, do you know what I mean? We're not like seeing battlefields and things like that, but it is very much a World War II film. Okay. It's not going to go in the top 5 for me, but it's a very good film and I recommend to watch it.
I think that's all of them, isn't it?
Yeah. Is there any more you want to
I just want to touch on Nuremberg.
What
came out like last week.
Yeah.
I think it's a must watch. I'm not going to say too much about it, but I think it's just a must watch for everyone. It's incredible.
I saw like mixed reviews for it.
I've seen mixed, but I think if you're interested in that kind of especially what these Nazis were actually thinking and how like the manipulation of Hermann Goering to like the psychologists and all this, it's just so interesting and really
I saw something like
makes the mind ponder of how someone can think like this.
Like the whole like depiction of him, Russell Crowe, is like a bit over the top, is it?
I'd say so. Yeah. But I think probably for the film it does need some, like, I don't know. But yeah, I just think just go watch it.
What were you give it a try? Psychologists, what they're like, he's manipulating him.
Well, like how
to try and get information out of him.
Yeah, because like eventually, I'll give you for example. So the psychologist trying to get information out of Goering, so he starts sending letters to Goering's family. But then eventually, like the psychologist kind of becomes invested in the family, and then he kind of
Do they ever like torture him?
Torture who?
Goering.
No, because they like you can't.
Why? Because it's going up like a stand trial.
Yeah. And
does it show the trials?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd say that
is it just focused on his trial?
Or like it's mainly just him. It's just about because he was the big guy. Yeah. Like really, it's just kind of
he was the big one that was left alive.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, at that time, he was kind of out of favour with Hitler. But yeah, he was the biggest highest ranking Nazi
It was left alive.
Left alive.
Yeah.
Just pop their clogs.
Like Goebbels was
Yeah.
probably the second-hand guy, but then yeah.
Because they said
Goebbels died at the same time as Hitler, or was it? Did he put in power after and then die?
no, he was in power for like a day, more hours probably, days maybe,
Yeah.
and then
Who got put in power after him?
I don't know. It probably would have been Gert. Well, no, but I guess he was in prison. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we'll end. Just give it a watch if you get time.
Seems like a good recommend. So many good ones out there. Trying to think of ones that aren't good, but
Yeah. Okay. Tell me the top 5 of what we got.
So the ones that we've got Inglourious Basterds is we've said 5.
Yeah.
Band of Brothers we've said in 5.
Yeah.
Fury we've said in 5, and that's it. The rest are either in Get Rid or Holding Pen. So let's start with. So we those 3 that I've said 5 we're sticking with. So Inglourious Basterds, Fury, and Band of Brothers.
Yeah, definitely. And then we've got 2 extra spots.
Yeah, so 2 extra spots from Schindler's List, Unbroken, Saving Private Ryan, Dunkirk, and Oppenheimer.
Okay, I think personally Schindler's List and Oppenheimer.
You think?
No, Schindler's List and Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
I think that.
Schindler's List. I agree. I think that's got to be in there.
I think that should be.
Hacksaw Ridge, Unbroken.
I'd love to, but I think.
You don't.
I think Saving Private Ryan is more iconic as a kind of war film.
Is it just iconic, or is it actually better though?
No, but I think it probably is better in some.
Feels basic, that list, but basic is good, I suppose.
I don't. You haven't watched Unbroken?
No, I know.
That's my only issue.
Yeah. I would probably rather watch Saving Private Ryan than Hacksaw Ridge. I can't even tell you why. Maybe it's just more iconic.
That's what I'm saying. It's just.
And that scene at the start is.
I think
so good.
I think as well. I think this is just us from a British standpoint.
Yeah, we lean towards the European theatre.
Exactly.
More, probably.
Definitely.
Saving Private Ryan and Schindler's List. So our 5 is we're not going to order them because that's a whole discussion in itself.
That's not even worth it.
And they're so different. We don't want to. Not everything has to be ordered, does it?
No.
I know we've sort of done that.
Yeah,
in a way.
Not exactly.
But on a less micro, on a more macro level. Inglourious Basterds in epic order. This is Inglourious Basterds, Schindler's List, Band of Brothers, Fury, and Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
There are 5 chairs of World War II. They take the seats. They're the ones enlisted into our top 5 from the 15 or so we've picked. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And it was a long,
bit of an extended one.
How long was it?
About an hour and a half.
Probably an hour and 20-minute podcast we've got here. Obviously, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you agree, let us know in the comments below. Let us know on the shorts that are going to go out. And yeah, I think, more podcasts to come. Definitely just touch on maybe a Christmas special.
Some kind of or end of year quiz.
Some kind of end of year quiz, yeah.
And
maybe another podcast in there as well, somewhere about something else in the movie world. But yeah, any recommendations to look out for over the coming weeks of things coming out? Wicked.
I've never watched the first one. So.
Can't watch the next one. Anything else coming in the next 3 weeks that you're wanting to see?
We got Avatar coming out in late December, which is a bit of
Zootopia 2.
Zootopia 2 actually. I'm quite excited for that.
So yeah,
you like Zootopia 2?
What are you most excited for the rest of the year? Avatar.
Probably, I don't care, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like Avatar's it's not it for me. I don't know. It's good. I'll always watch them.
We will be there though, and of course we'll be covering it on Two Burn Cinema Club.
No one's a big Avatar fan. That's my strong belief. No one's a huge fan of Avatar.
Okay, again, this is a podcast.
Sorry.
Thank you for listening, guys. Goodbye.